X's and O's with LeRoy Butler is brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler. We're going to get right at it.
Yeah.
We have a play. So this play is a 3rd and 6 in the second quarter. 3rd and 6 should be a good play for this offense because you can spread people out. You can run and play action. I also think that you have this guy right here, Davante Adams, and he should be able to get open, or you should be able to get him open on a 3rd and 6 play. But here's what we have, and I just thought it was interesting what happened on this play because they came up short. So why don't you kind of tell us what they have going on here?
Yeah, they basically got a 3 wide receiver set, but the problem is they got an empty, well, not a problem for the defense, but for the offense, they have an empty backfield set. So basically, everything is up to Aaron. He can look for the best one-on-one matchups. Because based on their charts, they probably said in 3rd and 6 or 6 to 8, Denver likes to play what we call one lurk. That means this guy comes down and he'll double any crosser or anything in the middle. You got man-to-man everywhere else. Everywhere is man-to-man. Here. Now, you also have a free guy to say, listen, if Davante Adams is anything on this side of the field, we will double him.
Yeah.
So, and that's fine. So when Aaron sees, basically he wants to know if it's a blitz or not, if this guy coming off or if this guy coming off, because there wouldn't be somebody to block him, it would be a hot read.
Right.
But once that doesn't happen, he has time to go through his progression.
So let's look at the first photo because it sort of shows how everyone matches up. There you see man-to-man, and where you see 3 circles is the double team. So Geronimo Allison, second from the bottom, is going to be double teamed by that safety coming up. And Davante Adams is covered by Chris Harris, and then he's got a safety right over the top of him. So the one-on-ones are up top, Jamal Williams, and at the bottom, MVS, right?
Yep.
Oh, and possibly Graham, too.
And for me, back to the board real quick, for me as a defensive back, as a safety, I always felt, Tom, that it was difficult for me when a guy was in the backfield and then motioned out. We got to think. But if he's already out there, okay, he's just out there for show. They're not really trying to use him. But if they had Jamal Williams back there and motioned him out, okay, now I think they're trying to just create space for Davante Adams. So you would think that's where the ball will go. And what happens is this side of the field is pretty much cut off. You know, because you got trips this way and Davante Adams. So now you would think all of the one-on-ones got to be on this side. And that's probably what Aaron was thinking.
Right.
So now, but the problem, something that you pointed out, that the sticks were right here for the first down. Okay? So you would think most routes on 3rd and 6, so if you don't get it, it's a field goal attempt. You have to run something beyond those sticks to get that first down. Otherwise, you got to just figure out a way to get the ball to 17 to where he can make a big play. And these are the plays that most number 1 receivers, they get these kind of calls. Some kind of way, if they're doubled, they're fine. That creates more space for Jimmy Graham. Now, initially, I thought Jimmy Graham was open because he's man-to-man, you know, with a linebacker, and that's the ones he normally gets open.
He gets a little shove from Bradley Chubb here.
Yep.
Then he works up to this linebacker, pushes him off a little, and
just kind of curls right there.
For a second, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still the first down, he'd had to break a tackle. Now, Davante kind of goes up here. He had their best corner on him.
Yep.
And he makes a move and kind of goes up, but he's going to be doubled.
Right.
Now, you got one-on-one out there.
And this is Jamal Williams, so he's not going to really
he's just running out. Yeah. Now, Geronimo may have a little action. He comes up and kind of makes this move, but there's the double waiting on him.
There's that safety
now,
you were talking
if you go to the second photo, that's where you see, okay, now Aaron has basically a 3-man rush, but because you may see a guy drop out at some time.
Well, yeah, even if Chubb isn't even in the rush there, he's just jammed.
They're just playing coverage, really. Because I think for the most part, if you don't blitz like an all-out zero blitz, you just play a double. It's man-to-man, you'll double if a guy comes in your particular zone.
Yeah.
And you would think for a quick second, Geronimo's open, but that may be a pick because that safety is coming hard. So the best place to go if you're Aaron at this point is to throw it to MVS, but again, you see the yellow line.
Yeah.
And you see the arrow is behind the yellow line.
Let's look at the next photo. Okay, so he's got his eyes peeled on those two guys.
Yes, he's locked in on this guy.
And really, I guess if that safety doesn't come down, then Geronimo Allison is probably his lead. But he knows that safety's coming down, so he's just locked in there. Even with the three-man rush, I thought he might come off that and give Adams a little bit more of a chance. But maybe that's not how they want it read, you know, or how they want that play run.
That's possible. But I also see Aaron Rodgers look to the right, go back to the left, and he'll see towards the end of this particular play that Jimmy Graham has created some opening. He created some space. And he could have threw it to him there, but again, it would have been short of the first down.
Now, looking at that photo, you see where the corner is. He's kind of, I don't know if you consider that squatting on it.
Oh, that's yeah, that's definitely squatting. Yes.
But is that, if you're that corner, are you thinking that you could pick that off, or are you just going to defend it because the guy's really breaking before the line of scrimmage?
Well, you have to believe
first down.
You have to believe that he's not running out and up.
Okay.
And I think that guy, that corner is committed to say he's definitely not running out and up based on the way that his release. So if that's the case, you know, breaking it up is a lot safer because if you don't pick it off, it's a touchdown. So at this point, you're hoping your guy, MVS, can catch this pass, break a tackle, either score or get the first down.
Yeah, show the next one. There's his break, and there's the first down.
And see, yeah, and you see the double coming to Geronimo Allison up top.
Yeah.
And so you can't throw it there. I mean,
this guy makes a great break, and the next photo shows the end result. He knocks it out.
That's the end result.
MVS. So,
and had he caught it, it still would have been short. So
yeah, unless he could,
break it,
unless that breaks that tackle, and then he's gone, or he at least falls over the line.
Yes.
So I understand what they're trying to do there, but I think what we'll see this coming week against Philadelphia is them trying to, you know, maybe pick somebody or just get Devontae Adams open. This is his down. 3rd and 6 is his down.
And see, true West Coast principles would be these guys will run double outs here to get this space open, and you will run Jimmy Graham here, and you will run Devontae Allen lean out, and you will hit him right on the skinny post right there. If that doesn't work, you run and get the first down to keep the chains moving. And I think that's what's a little bit different from West Coast, the style of what Matt LaFleur's offense is. Sometimes other guys get paid too. You can't, you know, everything's not going to be open. But I think it's fair to show some of the viewers that why didn't that guy get open, and why ain't they throwing this? This way that we can show you that this particular play, that's what happened.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Okay, next one, we're going to go over to the defense and look at a pretty nice play from Jaire Alexander. Okay, so on this defensive play, I'm going to call this speed rules over everything, because if you got it, you can play the game the way Jaire Alexander does and get away with some bad technique. I mean, it's the way he plays the game, and he knows he has that speed, so he takes some chances. But anyway, Denver had been running the ball down the field, so they come in a tight running formation here. Really short splits, and fullback and running back and tight end, and the Packers are in their base defense with this jam front. We can look at the first photo sort of give you an idea of how tight that is. Yep. So
they're inside the number, so it's really tight.
Yeah. So what does that tell you as
a defensive back? They tell me they only come in there for 3 things: to block, they do that, to run an under route, and to run something out. That's it.
To the corner.
Yeah. Otherwise, you know, you can get up there and jam them, but again, you got to keep your leverage because remember, they're in there for a reason. They're not just in there just because that's part of the offense or whatever. They bring them in there because they want to create space somewhere else and to create the space outside.
Okay, so the way this play starts, fullback comes here, running back's here, Flacco's coming back. Looks like it could be a run play. Everybody's kind of playing their run a little bit. Now, as it turns out, our receivers are not going to block. They're going to go out. So do you want to kind of show the route they're going to run and what the objective is for these two corners?
Yeah, and Savage is pretty much man-to-man on the tight end, but he blocks.
Yeah.
So he can just kind of hang out in this area, which is he did a great job of doing that. Now, Amos did a fantastic job because I remember all the way back last year, we always talk about the safeties not being in the middle of the field.
Right.
Remember we always talked about that?
Always, yes.
They were never in
constantly.
be in the middle so you can help both guys. So he did a wonderful job of staying in the middle. So great, that's done. Now, Kevin King first. Kevin King realizes this route right away. I mean, this guy comes in and just try to lulls him to sleep and comes back out. So he did his leverage and stayed back out here. Great.
Made him almost run right into him.
Yes.
Right? You know,
so he read the route.
Stayed out here the whole time.
Now that's the conservative way. The way that you want to take a chance or two would be with Jaire Alexander saying, okay, let me just go through and kind of figure out what the route is. And now Emmanuel Sanders, their best receiver, he comes up and runs a pretty good route, but he goes all the way in here and try to winds it out. Now, Jaire Alexander had to stay up on his outside shoulder and try to cut him off. He realizes at the top of the route, oh boy, this is a 7 route.
Yeah.
I got to get it.
Let's show that.
I got to get in position.
You can get a better idea here. So here's where he's okay there.
Yep.
You know, both guys have the receiver funneled towards the safeties, right?
Right. Yep. So they're in great shape.
Yeah. Now we go to the next one, and you see.
Now look where Kevin King is up top, on the top shoulder, and at the bottom you see Jaire Alexander. He's trailing,
and he's reaching for Sanders because he's starting to break. He realizes he's going for the corner. I think. You know, this is what you get with Jaire Alexander, and I think the reason for him playing it like that, I don't think he doubted it was going outside, but I think he wants to dominate every single receiver he plays.
Okay.
So he's going to be on top of these guys, you know, just to remind them that he's there all the time. You know, and it gets frustrating, right, if you're a receiver and the guy's on your, on your shoulder the whole time.
Yeah, I think the coaches were like this. With what Kevin King did. The coaches will feel better than the guy comes up and gives you a move at the top of this route, kind of fake in and go back out.
Yeah.
It could be a problem.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it, you can make these corrections. And he didn't give up, though. Most guys would have gotten a trailing position and they would have stayed there. But the fight in him says, I can catch up to these guys because I'm just as fast as Emmanuel Sanders. And he runs around, and at the top of this route, he just gets it in to get back in position. He's fighting for position. Now, if it was a better throw and it was on time, it may have been different, but it wasn't. But the thing about it, when Flacco stood up to throw it, by the time he was ready to throw it, Jaire Alexander had already made the ground up. And at that point, it's a 50-50 ball. You're trying to throw it to a spot instead of to a man, it would have been maybe different.
And Flacco threw it to, you know, about here. Yeah. If this is Tom Brady, he throws it to here, and Emmanuel Sanders winds up. You know, he threw it a second late.
Right.
And
the trajectory
and a little bit behind, just a little bit. You know, if it's Tom Brady, he knows where this guy's going to be, and he throws.
It's a game of inches sometimes, and for defensive backs,
it is,
because that could be a difference. It forces what Jaire Alexander is doing is forcing quarterbacks to make a perfect throw.
Yeah,
and they don't always make perfect throws.
Right. He's counting on that.
If you're off a little bit, it's going to be a pick, or it's going to be a pass breakup. And I don't have a problem with one guy being aggressive, one guy being the way the coaches may feel better, sleep better at night. But you're not going to get interceptions like this, unless you're Kirk Cousins will throw it to you.
Right.
But this is the way that most people, majority, are going to want you to play it. When your guy goes in there, don't even take that bait, because you got 31 Amos sitting there perfect and waiting for you. Yeah. And when he comes to you, now you lock him down. But again, the stress level that he put himself in can be dangerous, but I think he feeds off of that.
And then here's how the outcome was. We'll show it up there. There you see Kevin King, perfect position. Feet are perfect, right?
Yeah, everything is perfect.
You want.
Yeah, you do not want that receiver outside of him, right?
Right. And then the next one is Jaire Alexander makes a play.
Right, and I mean that's how you made the Pro Bowl, to be honest with you. I don't think that anywhere top corners in the league make it to that level, doing it the way coaches want them to.
Yeah.
They got to let their personality dictate that. But coaches have to be okay with a guy doing this, though. Because technically, at the end of the day, you teach fundamentals, but ultimately, it's just for God not to catch the ball.
Yeah.
So I think that's okay.
In this case, you have to know your quarterback.
That's true. That's true.
The other thing is that he was following Emmanuel Sanders. So he was matched up all game. And so I think this is part of the head game he plays with wide receivers like that.
Who only had 2 catches, by the way.
Right. I am not leaving your vicinity at any time. I don't care what my assignment is. I'm going to be all over you. And I think that's part of his mentality.
Yes.
If he gets beat here, then maybe the next time he plays it a little safer, but I don't know.
That's be a perfect throw. I'm going to tell you something. This is what I like about this secondary real quick. These 23 and 26, hey, man, they're aggressive. 20 and 31, hey, man, they're grown men. Yeah. They're going to do it by the book.
Right.
And they're going to frustrate you. But these guys going to get on your nerves. 23 and 26, so they're going to have some great stats if they keep this secondary healthy and these 4 guys can stay together. And again, they got another crazy guy, 28, coming off the bench that'll challenge anybody. Yeah. Brown ain't scared of nobody. He'll go up and jam anybody. He don't care who you are. That's some great swagger, and that's why I'm getting all excited in my voice talking about the defensive backs, because last year the frustration I had with safeties being over here, over there, not helping the corner, and it was frustrating because they could play a lot better than that.
And this guy, he's really turning out to be a smart player. He played this just the way you said.
Absolutely.
He should play it, knew what his assignment was. He's in position. He's making tackles. It's tough to play safety as a rookie. It's not an easy position to play, but he doesn't seem to really think that he's a rookie.
Yeah, you're right about Savage, too, because the missed tackle he gave up on Dalvin Cook, he fixed it.
Yeah.
And you like that. Most veterans don't fix it that quick, so you have to kudos to a guy to say that, I'm a starter, I belong here. I see my mistake, I'm going to fix it. It's going to make me a better player. Yeah. That's why he had a very good game. But again, 23 and 26 is going to agitate a lot of quarterbacks, and I think you like that. I know I do.
It's Packers do, for
sure.
Yes,
and I also want to thank Potawatomi Hotel and Casino for sponsoring this segment.
And thanks a lot. We will be back after the Eagles game to break it all down again. See you next week.